Hello everyone, hi, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to another reaction episode to Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This is Haarute and my name is Matt. Hello. Yeah, I changed the name of the channel. That was a little bit different from previous episode probably, if you're binging this. I changed the name of the channel, I also changed the profile picture. That really doesn't mean anything, I just wanted to do it, so let's do it. Alright, Buffy, what happened last time? We got a really cool episode. I really enjoyed that episode because I literally had the feeling of like, why do I feel like the show just started? Like in some way I had that feeling. I'm not gonna lie, that is partially founded because of the community in some way. Because if I hadn't interacted with the community at all and I just watched Buffy season 1 and then I started season 2, I wouldn't know what to expect. But because expectations have been building up because of the community comments, you know, because I hear you and everyone has been nonstop telling me like, yo, season 1, not the best. But when you start season 2 though, that's when it gets like real. Because of that, I have this feeling of like, I feel like I just walk into like the main antagonist and that he's gonna stick around for like 100 episodes, you know? And I also got a lot of people being excited for Drew as well, Drusilla, I think. So episode 3 hasn't aired on YouTube yet. I'm just gonna make that clear. But I made a community post that was like, I just watched episode 3 of season 2 and man, it feels like things are getting interesting now. And a lot of people were like, yes. So I'm just like, okay, good. We got there. We got to that point. I'm glad that we can all agree that that episode was fucking great because of the implications of what's going to do next. Not implications, just the promise. The promise of what the show could become based on the introduction of 2 characters. So yeah, anyway, Buffy, we got introduced to, I forgot, Spike from, not Cowboy Bebop, Spike. What was his real, I think it was like William. I don't remember William the what, it was like a title. But he got his nickname from impaling people on like spikes, I think, like rail spike. I don't know, but yes, he's Spike, and he looks goth. Also, there's this other chick called Drew, or I think it's Drusilla, but let's call her Drew. And she's very interesting. She has a bunch of dolls. She might suck the soul out of them. That was my prediction. I really like what previous episodes did in terms of like making Buffy's like fight and struggle like somewhat public, not fully, but she had to like protect everyone in the school, and nobody really knows what happened, but they did see Buffy being Buffy, which is cool because I've said this before. I'm not the biggest fan, and this is not to say that it's a bad thing. It's just me personally. I don't feel good when I'm watching the story of like, I have all of these struggles and I cannot tell anyone about them. And then everyone is putting more pressure on me as if I didn't care, when in reality I'm dealing with a lot right now, you know? That's just something that doesn't make me feel good. So seeing Buffy like actually prove herself in front of at least her mom that she's doing a lot, it goes a long way for me. So I'm very happy about that. Anyway, we should get ready to start with this episode. I'm just letting y'all know right now, right away, before shit goes bad, that my hard drive has been dying like really bad. It like, my computer literally blue screens and crashes like 6 times a day. I just bought a new hard drive, but it's not here yet, so I'm gonna wait a couple days until it gets here. So for like a week, I'm just gonna deal with this issue. And what that means is that there is a high chance of my computer just shutting down mid-reaction. Don't worry, I am recording this in a file that does not get corrupted if that happens, because I live in an area where power outages happen often, so that is a precaution that I always take, but it can get annoying. So if at any point there's like a weird cut, it's because of that. That can happen during the reaction, that can happen during the review, that can just happen. We might lose like a couple of minutes of like good audio, because I'm recording this in 2 audio layers, one for microphone alone and the other one is the video file. But the video file should be fine, so don't worry about it, okay? But it's gonna get real annoying. But you know who I gotta thank for that new hard drive? The patrons. What's up? I'm chilling. Check out the Patreon. Link in the description below, pop up on screen. You can support the channel. I'm literally support the channel. You're single-handedly holding my computer on your shoulders, just like, here's the new hard drive. So I have to thank you all for that. And just watch the next 2 episode reactions to Buffy already if you're interested in that. Yeah. Anyway, that was the worst shilling ever. Okay, let us begin. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Season 2, Episode 4. Let's go.
It's Rodney Munson. He's God's gift to the bell curve.
You just don't like him because of that time he beat you up every day for 5 years?
That would do it.
I'm irrational that way.
Yeah, that would do it.
Proceed into the Incan burial chamber.
I like
The
this.
human sacrifice is about to begin.
I don't know about that, though. I don't know about that.
The Incan people chose a beautiful teenage girl to become their princess, offering buried alive for eternity in this dark tomb.
What is she
Could have
holding?
at least wrapped her in those nice white bandages.
This is fucked up. Should a bunch of teenagers be looking at this? Do y'all Americans do this? I know y'all take a bunch of shit from other cultures and display it on museums, as white people do, but
What a better way to introduce someone to our country than with a stench of urine.
I heard that that's kind of what New York experience is like. Okay, victim or perpetrator? He's gonna take it away, and then she's gonna be like, oh, you broke it. Oh, you're
Damn.
that's bad. Oh, she did come back. Yeah, I didn't want to look at that. So what's up with him? Did he get possessed? Did he get killed?
Fine. Go.
Yay, I win.
She wins by violence once more.
Buffy, I love Willow. And she's my best friend. Which makes her not the kind of girl who I think about her lips that much. She's the kind of girl that I'm best friends with.
Those two can coexist.
Rodney's missing. His parents say he never came home last night. Right.
He's gonna come back as a zombie or a mummy or oh god,
Does that mean the
that's
mummy's loose?
maybe he's the mummy. What? What? Who are you? What was that? What the fuck?
Were the Incas very advanced?
The mummy inside is him.
Did they have orthodontists?
Yeah, the mummy inside is him. He got the life force sucked out of him. If he got the life force sucked out of him, then that means the princess is now looks normal, right? But who is that person?
Maybe he could translate the seal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he knows
Oh, the
ancient
old,
Peruvian.
Let me translate that ancient seal for you, come on.
Maybe he actually does. Like he's like the descendant of the legacy of the guardians of the mummy tomb or something. What am I watching? Oh god. Well, he's fucked. Alright, she's sucking the life force out of people. Worse than that, he's dead, maybe. Oh, damn. She's like, I'm Ampata. Okay, so she's the ancient princess. What are her motivations and stuff? Man, poor Ampata. My man literally came to America and he was like, man, I can't wait to see this new country. And he immediately got killed by a mummy.
So, have you ever been to America before?
I've toured. I was taken to Atlanta, Boston, New York.
New York.
So she remembers when she was a mummy.
That works out well because I talk much.
Oh god, he's falling in love with a mummy. In front of Willow. Man, Willow cannot get a W.
Hey.
This could be sad. Because she could actually be like, I just want to be human and enjoy life. I hope my computer didn't freeze. Alright, so my computer crashed, so that's fun. Don't worry, we'll be back to Buffy in like 2 seconds. She hates Sven.
Sven, come.
My god. Poor Sven.
Do you know how many girls you could have? You lead guitar, Oz. It's currency.
I'm not picky.
You're the lead guitar.
You're just impressed by any pretty girl that can walk and talk. She doesn't have to talk.
You're lead guitar, you can get all the chicks, bro. It's like, sadly true. The drummer never gets any love, Brian. It's singer, lead guitar, power gap, bass player, power gap, drummer.
It is just more people than I have seen in a long time.
I like her. I hope she's not tricking them. I mean, she is in a way tricking them because she's not telling them the truth, but I hope that she genuinely just wants a normal life.
He guards the mummy against those who would disturb her.
Okay.
Oh, Willow, maybe you could...
Stay with Impata for the day. I'd love to.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Just done suck the life force out of him. I'm sad for
They
Willow.
really like each other.
Yeah. Willow can't get a single W, man. I feel bad for her.
I like it. I like you.
This could be really sad. She's actually generally just trying to be a nice girl.
I'm caring about mummies.
I'm also sad for Willow. This is just a sad episode.
Yeah. And then Xander can find someone else who's not me to obsess about.
Can
At least
y'all
with
talk?
you, I knew he didn't have a shot. I can spend my life waiting for Xander to go out with every other girl in the world until he notices me. Or I can just get on with my life.
You can also
That's it.
tell them and see what
Well, I
happens.
didn't choose yet.
Both of those choices are terrible ones. You can just sell them. Just stop. But she's 16. Like, I get it. Like, I've also been in that situation. And I've also made the choice that she's making here.
The mummy is capable of feeding on the life force of a person, effectively freeze-drying them, you might say. Extraordinary.
Well, if they watch the news, they would... Oh, God! Okay, she says bodyguard, so... Maybe she can be like, stop.
It's you!
Okay.
Please understand me. That seal nearly got us killed. It must be destroyed.
I think she wants to stay like this. I'm gonna guess that if she goes back to being a mummy and keeping the seal, she, like, holds reality up together or some shit. And that's what the bodyguard is doing, looking after that. But she wants to come back and live as a person.
I do not want that, just normal life.
She hasn't, like, really lied yet. She continues to say things that feel very honest.
You should take her to the dance.
That's a good idea. We'll all go.
No, I mean, just you.
But you were psyched in your costume.
She's also thinking about her.
You're my best friend.
I know. I don't get it.
I really like that Willow costume. Also, I'm sad.
We'll meet there tonight after it closes.
No, bad plan. I have other plans. Dance plans.
This is just every episode on the show.
I like you. A lot. And I want you to go with me to the dance.
Why was that so scary? Can I tell you a secret?
Yeah.
I like you too.
Really?
Really?
That's great.
I think this is
Really?
honest.
Really?
That's great. You're not a praying mantis, are you?
Let's not forget about that episode. Let's not think about it. Let's pretend it never happened.
Do not kill me.
You are already dead. For 500 years.
What is the
It was not
relationship
fair.
here?
I was innocent.
Ooh.
The people you kill now, so that you may live, they are innocent.
True.
I am in love.
You are the chosen one. You must die. You have no choice.
There's a parallel here to draw to Buffy and Giles. Oh! She got him. Who is he? Okay. Suck him dry.
I will go with you.
I mean, they're gonna find another, like, dead mummified body in the boys' restroom.
You remind me of someone from very long ago. The Inca princess.
Cool. A princess.
They told her that she was the only one.
She's
That
opening
only she could
stuff.
defend her people from the netherworld.
Yeah.
Out of all the girls in her generation, she was the only one.
Chosen.
She was 16, like us. She was offered as a sacrifice and went to her death. Who knows what she had to give up to fulfill her duty to others? What chance at love?
I'll just unpack the rest of your stuff for you.
No, really, let me.
That's Xander and Willow. I'll get it.
She didn't see. She actually didn't see. Damn.
It's an
Xander.
pretended to be Montana. Where are you from? The country of white trash?
New lineup.
Be careful.
I will.
Hey. Showing genuine care.
You look good.
Nice. Positive reinforcement.
2 days in America and Ampata already seems like she belongs here.
And Buffy does.
She's really fitting in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we saw the random like rock music. We saw this guy, the lead guitarist. Like, why the fuck was he in the scene? Why does this matter? Man, that's a really fun costume. Man, she looks very sad. I love that costume, but she looks very sad.
Where's Buffy?
Damn, she's alone. Buffy didn't come. Yeah.
Thank heavens you're home.
Yeah.
No, he's already been found. In a school restroom, mummified.
Which means
I've looked at the pictograms and knew
it's not a
he was a
bodyguard.
guard, all right.
He was a
It
guard.
his job to ensure that the mummy didn't awaken and escape.
So Ampata translated wrong.
Or she lied.
She was wiggy about the seal from minute one.
Yeah, putting two and two together.
Her trunks.
Yeah, and we can check her. Yeah,
Oh, boy.
because it was a boy originally. If we checked the news, we would have seen that there was another mummified body found. Oh no,
How about this one? What kind of girl travels with a mummified corpse?
That's where she put it. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry, I'm stupid. This show has no plot holes. It all makes sense. Like, she's gonna die this episode, but like, I feel like it's gonna be sad.
Hey. That girl. Where's she? The Eskimo.
Oh! Or you're gonna have a thing for Willow? Okay, so that's what the lead artist contributes to the story. He's gonna be Willow's sort of love interest, maybe. I'm trying to read his face. He looked away for like a second. He doesn't look too certain. Oh god. She's not gonna do it. So, I think she's essentially a vampire. She needs to continually suck the life force out of people in order to maintain herself.
Momento, aren't you fruit to drink?
He's talking a lot.
Could
Oh,
you even from this country?
good for Sven.
Aren't you with Xander?
Does it look like I'm with Xander?
Impata!
He found her.
That's my cue to leave.
Just run away.
Still.
Because I do not deserve you.
You think that you don't deserve me?
Xander's like, damn, I didn't expect that. That's like the opposite.
I am very happy
She can, right now,
and very sad.
suck the life force out of him, but she can do it. She's not gonna do it.
And talk to me.
She actually genuinely likes
I
him.
know what's wrong.
Was she doing it?
I can't.
Okay, she's like, no. Okay. Yeah, I thought so. She genuinely cares and likes him.
Xander, I'm so sorry.
Man, the museum people don't give a shit, do they? Nobody works here.
Impata's the mummy.
Oh, good. Xander!
Where'd they
Yeah? Is she gonna plead or is she gonna attack him? I want them to talk, man. It's gonna be sad, but... Oh, fuck!
I'll say one thing for you Incan mummies. You know kiss and tell.
Let's fight. Oh, Xander and Willow are gonna be the ones that are gonna need to help us. It's gonna be Xander.
Let her go!
Yeah.
It should be me.
Xander, we can be together. Just let me have this one.
Oh, man.
That's never gonna happen. You want life? You're gonna have to take mine.
It's good.
Can you do that?
It's good shit.
Yes.
Man, that's just... That's just awful. That's just an awful thing. That's so... Ugh, creepy, honestly. Can we get an F in the chat from a man Xander? You know, we make fun of him a lot, but that sucks for him. That's a weird-ass seal. If it's broken, she comes back, but only until her life force runs out, and then she turns into a mummy again. That's weird, but sure.
I do think she cared about you.
She did.
Yeah, but I think that whole sucking the life out of people thing would have been a strain on the relationship.
Yeah,
She
but
was
if...
gypped. She was just a girl and she had her life taken away from her.
Yeah, if she hadn't been in that situation, that relationship could have worked.
Or the prophecy that I was gonna die. I wasn't exactly obsessed with doing the right thing. I had you to bring me back.
And that's it? Okay. We don't get other scenes. That is it for us. Okay, so I was just eating a pizza, and then I saw that, like, a streamer that I follow was playing Mahjong, and I was like, hell yeah, let me watch the streamer play Mahjong, and then I was like, wait, shit, I gotta record some Buffy. What's up, everybody? Hi! Sorry, I took a little bit of a break because I was hungry. So, Buffy, what's up? So this was okay, what was the title of the episode? Incan Mummy Girl. Yeah, sure. So, like, the title of the episode gave a lot away right away. Well, that's okay, because I saw it and I was like, that's cool. I kind of want to get into that. But then, like, it didn't make me start thinking about it before the reveal that it was, like, the princess that's going to be the bad guy. Because it could have been the dude that got killed right away. It could have also been the guy with the sword. But no, it was her all along. And you know what? I really like this episode. I mean, okay, here's the thing. Again, I've said this before, but Buffy can be divided into like two different types of episodes. The plot important ones and the non-plot important ones. This is one of the latter, but like I actually really like these episodes. I actually like the episodic stories, and like I understand that a lot of people don't, and I understand that there is a factor that makes them probably not as good because you cannot have like continuous story and build up and stuff. But I don't know, I just really like episodic. It is a format that can get very old, but sometimes I just enjoy a good story with a wacky, just new monster of the week. But it's not just a monster of the week. There's more to that. And we're going to get into that. And also, it's often tied to character drama, which this was too. So, Mummy Girl. This is some ancient Incan girl that was... Okay, she wasn't really a princess, was she? Oh, she actually told her backstory in an indirect manner. And I think I talked over a little bit of it, so I don't fully remember. I just loaded the episode and I skimmed through it, and the first thing I saw was, "Are you from the country of white trash?" You remind me of someone from very long ago, the Inca princess. They told her that she was the only one that she could defend her people from the netherworld. Out of all the girls in her generation, she was the only one. She was 16 like us, she was offered as a sacrifice, and went to her death. Who knows what she had to give up to fulfill her duty to others? What chance at love? Okay, so that's it. That is her backstory. It is kind of, I don't want to say basic, but it is something I could have guessed. It's the fact that, like, to save her people from evil, the netherworld, or whatever that means, the evil, she had to be sacrificed. And that is sad for her. And I could tell that this could have been sad, because when she showed up, I was like, oh, we get another monster that is just sucking people and consuming their life force and killing people out there, and we're gonna have to deal with her. But then she started talking and interacting with the cast, and I was like, wait, hold on. Like, there's more to her. Like, she actually is a person. And that's probably my favorite part about this, is the fact that, and even at the end, Buffy says it too, she wasn't evil, right? And this is something I mentioned like 2 episodes ago with the Frankenstein and My Girlfriend episode, is the idea of having antagonists that are not necessarily evil. It is more about the situations that they find themselves in that pushes them to do the things that they are doing. And in this episode, like, okay, first of all, she didn't ask to be born, then she didn't ask to be sacrificed for a greater good and just give up her entire life. And like, it is sad. And then she comes back up and it's like, yes, she did kill that one kid that was kind of a shit. I think that's why he was kind of a shit, because you need to balance it out, right? You need to make someone kind of a shit in order to make someone else kind of okay. You know? So we don't feel too bad that she killed that kid that Willow knew, because he was kind of a shit. So we don't hate her so much for killing him. But also, it's not like we like her either. I mean, we do a little bit, but not too much. Because then she kills... I forgot his name. It wasn't about... I don't know what the fuck his name was. I'm going to tell you right now that it's not a common name that I hear often. Given I'm not from Peru. I'm from Argentina. Ampara. Whatever, Ampara. I have no idea if that is a common name in Peru. I am not from Peru, and I don't know anyone from Peru. If you're from Peru, shout out to you. Let me know if that is a name that there's something flying around. She killed that Ampara dude. She killed that dude, and that was sad. I feel sad for Ampara. Can we get an F on the chat from a man Ampara? Because like, that kid literally was just like, man, I'm gonna go to America. I'm gonna... Sorry, I was about to say things in Spanish, and then I was like, I don't know the Peruvian accent, man. I am not even gonna try to pretend that I know Peruvian, but he was just like, sí, voy a ir a América, vamos a ver qué pasa en los Estados Unidos. And then he like literally steps out of the bus, and then immediately he gets killed by some mummy chick. It wasn't even a North American mummy, you know, it was also a mummy from... It was a mummy from South America too, so it's not like he at least got to like experience like a North American death. He had a rough deal, man. He had a rough deal on Para. And also like he looks so like nice too. Like you don't really get to see a lot of him, and also it's not like he has a personality or anything, but like he looked like yeah, man, I'm gonna experience a new life here, and then immediately dies, and I'm just like, damn. That sucks for him. Anyway, and then she killed the other dude with the sword, the guard. It's not a bodyguard, it's just a guard. But like, not gonna lie, I have no idea where the guard came from. I don't know if it was explained and I just missed it because I don't pay attention to things. If it was, let me know, but if it wasn't, also let me know, because like he just showed up and I was like, is this like a Doctor Who Big Bang kind of situation where you've been alive for like 2,000 years and you've been just protecting this thing for 2,000 years? If that is the case, then that's impressive. You should be the focus of the episode. If you're someone that got resurrected the moment the mummy was resurrected, I'm just like, how does that work? Like, were you also another mummy in the same building? Or did you materialize into existence the moment that she came back to life? Or like, I don't know, like, did you literally crawl out of hell the moment that she got resurrected? And he was like, God damn it, like, I made a pact in life that if she ever wakes up, I'm gonna have to go and fucking work again. And she was like, God fucking damn it, I was just chilling in the afterlife, and now I gotta come back and work again? Man, shit. But whatever, that wasn't the point of the episode. The point of the episode was, it's funny because we need to refer to her as Ampara as well. So she had a rough deal because, like, that's sad for her. And then she comes back, and of course that she's like, let me try to live, because she didn't get to do that before. And in this case, it's not like she is risking like the nether world from consuming reality or something like before. I thought that that's what the direction the show was gonna go, but no, that was just her backstory. But it's not like she's doing that. So now she's like, well, I can live. Like, I'm not gonna kill my parents or my friends or anyone by staying alive. I just gotta kill a bunch of random people, you know, just to live. And then the thing is that after that, she meets Buffy and she meets Xander and she meets the gang and she becomes friends with them. And more than that, she becomes Xander's love interest, and she actually kind of falls for him. And that's the kind of fucked up part about this. Also, this was a very good episode for Xander. Let me say that, because, like, listen, man, I'm the one that gives Xander like a rough deal, like literally every episode. Someone left a comment in like the finale for season 1, I think, and they were like, I don't think Xander handled that rejection well. And then they like described like what they think about Xander not acting well and being like selfish and stuff, and I'm just like, yes, I agree. Like, I literally said all of that. But at the same time, Xander is also just a kid. So, like, I can't be fully harsh on him because, okay, here's the thing about Xander as a character, is that I don't like him very much because he's a very stereotypical, like, impulsive, hormonal, like, teenage boy, I suppose. And the reason why you don't like that is because, like, no one likes impulsive, hormonal teenage boys. But that doesn't mean that they're not real. This is a thing in real life. And I'm sure that to some degree, on some level, a lot of the audience has looked at Xander and, like, they have been like, shit, I used to be like that, or shit, I can relate to something like that. And oftentimes, if an older person watches something like this, you can look at Xander, you can be like, yeah, that's not cool, dude. But the reason why you realize that this is not cool is because you've lived through experiences like that, either directly or indirectly. You've seen someone like that, or you have been someone like that. So you can look at Xander, you can be like, yeah, dude, don't act that way. That's being selfish, that's being self-centered, that's being stupid. And you can look at that and say those things because you realize that that's the case. However, Xander in the show is, now a 17-year-old kid, and he's gonna act the way a 17-year-old teenager acts. And that thing is that I don't need to like it, but I'm also not gonna sit here and be like, well, that's a terrible character, because I don't think he is. It's just a character I don't like because of the things I just listed. But in this episode, a lot of the drama came from that, and it was pretty great because I feel bad for Xander at the end. I feel bad for Ampara in some way too. I feel bad for Buffy a little bit too, because they did talk about Buffy, and even Ampara and Buffy have parallels. We need to point that out. There are parallels, and I could tell that they were there immediately. But more than anything, I feel bad for Willow. I do. And there's some seeds that were planted in this episode for potentially future storylines regarding Willow. But I feel bad for Willow because in this episode they did like tackle a little bit into the idea that maybe Willow and Xander could be together. And then Xander is talking to Buffy about that exact topic, because Buffy brings it up, I think. And Xander is like, yeah, but that's not gonna happen. You know, it's Willow. She's my best friend. I don't see her like I don't think about her lips when I look at her. You know, I think about my best friend. What Xander doesn't realize is that those two things can coexist. In fact, I would strongly suggest for those two things to coexist, because I feel like if you try to have a relationship with someone that you don't get along with, yeah, that's not good. And also you would ideally want to be in a relationship with like someone you really get along with, like your best friend. But I can't really be harsh on Xander for that, because he's a teenage boy. He doesn't understand a lot of things. But also at the same time, not to imply that Xander can just choose to be with Willow too, because the reality is that if he doesn't feel it, he doesn't feel it, right? In the same way that if Buffy doesn't feel that way about Xander, then that's it. Like, it just doesn't happen. If Xander doesn't feel that way about Willow, then it doesn't happen. But I think that what they're setting up is that he actually does feel that way about Willow, just not something that he immediately realizes. There's a lot of potential for how this can go. This episode introduced a character in... I don't fucking remember the name of that dude. I don't know if they said the name of the dude. The lead guitarist dude. He has like a weird mustache. He was like blonde. But this kid, he's the guitarist for the band that's playing at the... God, I forgot the name of the bar. We've been here for like 15 episodes. I don't remember the name of the bar. All I can think about is the Grand from Yakuza 0. Again, I want to go back to watch the live stream to do play Mahjong. But no, the lead guitarist from that band, he showed interest in Willow. And when it first showed up, I was like, who are you? What do you have? Like, what is your importance in the plot? Because like my critical brain saw a scene with that dude and I was like, okay, they give you a scene. What do you have to contribute to this? And I was thinking like, how does it fit into the mummy storyline? And then he's like, I like that girl, the Willow. And then I'm just like, oh, okay, that's where you are. So you're not going to be important in this episode, but you're going to matter later. And they're setting up the idea that this dude saw Willow, and it's a dude that when he sees girls, he doesn't immediately think like, oh, she's hot, let's see what's up. You know, he's not very stereotypical, he's not superficial, he's not too hormonal. But he saw Willow and he was like, yo, shit, dog. So in some way that is still there, because the reality is that he didn't talk to Willow. He doesn't know Willow. He just saw her and he was like, fuck. I have a fun story about something like that. I mean, it didn't end up too fun, but I did see that happen in real time in front of me once. And like, because like, I don't have a lot of experience with relationships. I'm just gonna say that. But also at the same time, I didn't think that this was a thing until it happened. And I must have been like 13 or 14. We were on like a trip with like a school for like a week. This is a tradition we do here in Argentina, at least in my region. And we went to like a different province and we hung out there for a week with essentially both like classes. And I was just chilling with like my classmates in the bus, and then a girl from the other class next to us just walked past by. And it was funny because I saw it happen in like real time. She would just walked past us, and like when she was walking like next to me, like coming from here, and then she like stopped like right here in front of me. I was just sitting there just chilling, like there's like a friend of mine to my side, and she just stopped right there, and I'm like, what? And then she just looked at me and she literally did like this. Looked at me, and then she was just, no, I'm just gonna walk away. And I was like, what the fuck was that? And then I don't know, I just kept doing my thing. And then my friend that was like sitting behind me, he was like, yo, this girl from the other class just came up to me and she was like, yo, can you help me out with your friend? And I'm just like, oh my fucking God. I didn't think that could happen. Just the fact that you can like look at someone and immediately be like, yo, I need you in my life. I don't understand that. I never felt that way. Like, I feel like for me personally, I need to build some kind of bond over time. It's not like I can immediately just fall for someone right away. So I didn't think that was real until I saw it happen, you know? And so I don't actually, and okay, this is me talking from my own personal experience in some way, I suppose, because I don't relate to that. I don't really relate to the idea of Xander just literally just jumping from a girl to another girl and just being like, you, oh, I have feelings for you, and then just kept doing that over and over. But I also relate so much more to Willow, which is she's been there for him, like literally their entire lives. She's his childhood friend, and I relate to her because I relate to those feelings of like, I have built up this relationship for so long with this person, and like I want this to maybe evolve into a next step, but this person keeps like doesn't actually care about a relationship like that. This person keeps seeking for another relationship that is like way more superficial in some way, and I'm just like, one of that makes no sense to me. The other one makes complete sense to me. But again, I don't mean to imply that my experiences are universal or correct. Everything is subjective, so I can't necessarily say like, okay, he's wrong or he's right. But that's why I have I don't relate to that at all. Now, this other dude that saw Willow that way, that is interesting because he struck me as like a sane person. So the way they introduce him is that he's just chilling and his buddy that's like right next to him. He's like, dude, you should try to go and search for more girls, bro. You're the lead guitarist. People love that shit. And he's like, I am not interested in women. I don't remember what he said, but he was like, yeah, like I'm not interested. I think they made like some sort of joke too. It was something along the lines of like, you know, like I look more in a girl than just the way she looks. And maybe like the things she says or the way she speaks. And then the other dude said like, yeah, she doesn't have to speak. And I'm just like, okay, joke. Okay, moving on. But like, yeah, like he struck me as someone that had a brain and a kid that actually would respect and try to be nice. But at the same time, he just saw Willow and he was like, you. So I'm just like, yeah, I don't get that. But that's just me. I have no idea how this can go. Let me throw some theories. One, he tries to simp for Willow, and okay, so the way this can go, I'm gonna guess, because Willow might feel lonely and abandoned and like she has no shot with Xander, because even in this episode she said, I have two options here. One, I continue to like go after Xander while he keeps jumping from person to person and never like looking at me, and I keep hating my life. Or two, I can stop giving a shit about Xander. And I'm just sitting here like, there's the third option, which is probably the right option. And she's not even listening at it. And it's just the fact that just go and tell him. Just literally go and tell him. And this is the thing when you're watching shit like this as an adult. And I've said this before. And people were like, well, there's a lot to this like teenage drama. And I'm just sitting here like, yeah, but it's still teenage drama. Like, I can see that there's like depth to be had, and especially because we have many more episodes to go. But at the same time, I can look at something and I'm just like, yeah, but a lot of the choices these characters make and the way they see things, I'm just like, this is very much like 16-year-old, 17-year-old, which is realistic. But at the same time, I'm sitting here just being like, just tell him. But she's not gonna do that because she's afraid of what might happen if she does. But the reality is that if you go with option A, which is just don't tell them and continue to live life as you have, then, well, you're going to continue to suffer. And maybe that suffering will even mutate into hating him in some way. And you're just going to be unhappy, and that can lead up to all sorts of terrible things. You're ruining your life. If you take option B, then, well, you are detaching yourself from someone that makes you very happy, because there's a reason why you love him. So he makes you very happy. He like legitimately, he's like a reason to live for you. If you remove that part of your life, you can say that you will just not give a shit about that person, but that's not going to happen. You're going to continue to care and have feelings for that person. Even if you forcibly try to run away from them, that's just not going to happen. Those feelings are just going to be left there, and you're just going to continue to be hurting for the rest of your life. Either way, those options are terrible. What you should do, and this is the solution to like 99% of problems. Younger people watching this is the solution to 99% of problems. Talk. Just fucking sit down and talk. Like my man Capaldi said once. And yes, there is the fear of what might happen if you do that and it goes wrong. And Xander might be like, yeah, I don't see you that way either, you know? But guess what? there is a resolution to that issue now. Because at the very least, if Xander doesn't reciprocate the feelings, at the very least, Willow will have like a definitive no. Because the other ways that she's thinking about it, she never has a definitive no nor a yes. She only exists hurting because of Xander. And she'll never be able to move on from them because what if? If you tell him and he says no, then there you go. You have a no. You can maybe work in a way to like move on from there. And maybe he can even help you up with it. Because the reality is that like he cares about you. He genuinely does. You're his best friend. And like whatever, friend zoning and everything aside, being someone's best friend is pretty important. Like it matters a lot. He's still your best friend and you're his best friend, Willow. So he cares a lot about you, and he definitely doesn't want to hurt you. And if he does hurt you because he doesn't reciprocate the feelings, at the very least he's gonna feel bad for that, and he's gonna be like, I'm gonna be here, and we can continue to have a very good platonic relationship and maybe he can help you move on from that a little bit. Maybe he can help you hook up with other people in some other stuff. Maybe he can also apologize about like, oh shit, and all those times I told you about helping me with Buffy and shit, oh man, I didn't think you felt that way, I'm sorry, like that is some kind of like communication and resolution, and maybe we can work from that. If he says yes, then perfect, we win, like everything's perfect. And that's the problem, is that if you don't confront the issue, you're gonna live forever with the thought of like, what if he had said yes? What if we had said yes? That's gonna be the most depressing shit ever. And predictions about where this could go. I said I was gonna do that like 10 minutes ago, and then I did it. The new dude, the guitarist dude, he's gonna try to simp for Willow, and Willow might be like, oh, he's cool, I like him. And also she's lonely, and she feels like a little bit broken. And this was the case with the Cyber Demon episode too. Bang, the Cyber Demon episode, best episode. But in that episode, she was vulnerable to the Cyber Demon because she felt lonely, she felt neglected, she felt rejected. And she felt like she couldn't tell Xander about her feelings, because if she tells Xander about her feelings, then she is being selfish and she wants the best for Xander, and she feels like she is not deserving of Xander's feelings. So whenever Xander gives her like a little bit of hope, then she's like, oh, can we? And then Xander completely swerves, and it's like, yeah, I don't see her that way. And then she's like, oh, so I'm never gonna tell him because I never feel like I'm worth it or deserving of that. But I don't want to ruin Xander's friendship. I don't want to ruin Xander's feelings. I don't want to ruin Xander's happiness. So I'm just going to continue to not do anything. Because she's lonely as a result of this, she might be vulnerable to this dude coming in and being like, yo, let's hang out. And she might be like, okay, let's hang out. And maybe a relationship could start forming between those two, because that is a possibility. Willow could 100% just see someone else and be like, yeah, maybe I have feelings for them. Because I genuinely think that Xander could have had like a stable, functional relationship with the mummy lady, except that she was a mummy. But that would have worked, man. In the same way, Willow could have a stable relationship with someone else. And if she did, maybe then we can go into the Xander realizing, oh shit, I want to be with Willow. And that could be another layer of teenage drama that I don't know how I would feel about that if that happens, but whatever. Theory. They get together, and then Xander's like, wait, shit, Willow, and I miss her. I really realize how much she meant to me, and every time we hung out together, now that she's not hanging out with me anymore. And then the lead guitarist dude, he dies a tragic death saving Willow or some shit, or saving Xander even, like a plot episode, like Spike kills him, and then they go like, shit, no, the lead guitarist, man, he was our best friend, and Willow is like, oh my fucking god, he's dead, and she's like, no, and that's when Xander comes in, and he's like consoles her, and that's how the ship comes together. Maybe that's what's gonna happen. That's my prediction. Like right away, I'm throwing that out to the wall. That's gonna happen in the finale. Just fucking watch that happen, man. I really just went into a huge tangent about relationships here, didn't I? That's weird. I don't even know what else to talk about this episode. Like it's a cool concept. The Incan ancient mummy that comes back, and like mummies are just a different form of vampires, aren't they? She's just sucking the life force of other people in order to maintain her body, and then when she cannot, she needs to suck someone else off. But the thing about her is that and this is cool, is that she was generally someone that cared about Xander, and she loved Xander, and she didn't want to hurt him. And I like that there was a lot of her just being like, no, I can't do this, because it's awesome. It makes for a character that like you kind of like, you know. She did bad things, but in a lot of ways it wasn't really her fault. It's not her fault that she was in that position, you know. So it makes for a nice nuanced character. I love that. And I love that Xander at the end, Xander stood his ground too. He was like, if you're gonna kill her, then you're gonna have to kill me first. And something I can't fully tell is that she was like, I'm not gonna do it, and then she was like, okay, I'm gonna do it, and then she didn't. And I'm not sure if she didn't suck Xander's life force because she didn't want to do it, or because she physically couldn't do it because she like mummified at that point and she couldn't move. Like, it could have been one of those two things. Maybe she was like, I chose not to at the very last second, or maybe she was like, I'm gonna do it, and then she mummified and she couldn't. Because if she chose not to, then that's really tragic. But at the same time, she already chose not to like a couple of scenes ago, so it still stands. The fact that she was like, I'm gonna do it. No, wait, I don't want to. I care about you too much, so I don't want to do it. And that's sad, because like that was legitimately like a real relationship that Xander found himself in. And that could have worked, you know? Him and the mummy lady, like they could have been together. Like that could have worked. The problem is that she wasn't a person. She was a mummy. And then she like died. I like that Xander was like, I have the worst look when it comes to like love, like falling in love with people. Like, yeah, that sucks, because it's the praying mantis, the vampire slayer, the mummy. Anyway, yeah, no, that shit sucks, dude. I still feel the worst for Willow, honestly, because no one is giving a fuck about Willow and the way she feels. And she has scenes with Buffy, and Buffy's like, yeah, that's rough, but like, what is she gonna do? I mean, she could just tell Xander, but she doesn't, because she respects the privacy and she doesn't want to ruin everything. The only person that can make a difference here is Willow, and she's not doing so for a lot of reasons. I just want Willow to be happy, man. Like, legitimately. So, if this new guy with the mustache, the lead guitarist dude, if he comes in and he makes Willow happy, I'm gonna be like, cool, whatever. Like, I can see that the show wants me and wants itself to go the Willow Xander ship route. Like, I can tell that that's kind of what the main thing is going to be. I mean, I suspect, right? I suspect, because even from like the first episode this season, I feel like that's what they want to do, because we've been going around this topic for a long time, so this needs to become a thing. So this puts the guitarist dude in a situation where I'm just like, well, are you gonna die and make Willow even sadder, or what's gonna happen here? Like, that's a bummer. I just want Willow to be happy, man. Like, just make Willow happy. That's my only request to this show. Anyway, I've been talking for like almost 40 minutes. I have no idea if there's other shit about this episode I want to say. I'm scared that my computer's gonna crash again. Sorry, my computer did crash, by the way. I don't know if I told you. I don't know how I'm gonna edit this episode, but my computer did crash like 15 minutes into the episode, and then I had to restart recording from where I left off. But yeah, I just skimmed through this whole thing, and probably not a lot else to talk about. This episode was heavily about relationships, so I guess I already said everything I wanted to say about that. That's gonna be it for this episode of Buffy. It's literally midnight. I'm just gonna go. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. See you next time. And alright everyone, thank you so much for watching this episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. If you would like to watch the next 2 episode reactions, you can already do so over at the Patreon. Check out the link in the description below, social media, all sorts of cool stuff that I do. See you guys next time. Take care everybody. Bye bye.